Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Listen to me.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a run with Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action now. Cousins eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins, he's going to take off with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Go! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of... The 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo forced out to his left. He'll try and run it, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check it back. 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Shoot.
49. Check 49. Check 49. Hey, 382. Lay 50.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Everson Griffin in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
46-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
55. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 99.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Rip left, rip left.
Check 21.
Garoppolo now. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
13.
55 Mike.
White. You ain't hot.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And some space here. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
21.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Everson Griffin bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
50 small. Check, watch 54.
Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got daylight. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 73 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
11.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
21. Here we go.
Let's go. Deep, tight.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 36 yards out. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. Nice move at the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more speed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. To throw is Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, we're good, we're good. What's that?
Cousins from the gun on third. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. They run again on first down. Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Team 6.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Watch the slant. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check three.
General West.
Check it.
Bingo.
On 1st down. It's Cook, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
54, right there. 54. Here we go.
Now Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Kill.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
That's what I do.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check. Watch 54.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Alert flare.
On the carry, it's Cook. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And an alley to run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. Cook. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49ers' 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Gun.
They run. Cook fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing is Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
18 yards, first down Niners. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.